This is the Islamic High School Basharun venue of Wednesday's tragedy, which left an unspecified number of children dead, while loved ones are still in various medical facilities across the ancient city of Ibadan, hoping that their children will get back on their feet. The state government has kept mum about this event that has sent shockwaves across the whole nation. Wednesday's tragic events at the Islamic High School Ibadan would forever remain fresh in the minds of relatives of victims who lost their loved ones. What started out as a charity initiative turned deadly as residents in need of food and cash assistance turned out in their thousands to benefit from the charitable act. When the crowd became uncontrollable, residents scampered for safety, running over one another to avoid the waiting disaster. When the dust had settled, 35 innocent children were confirmed dead, while 6 others sustained varying degrees of injuries and are currently receiving treatment at various medical facilities across the ancient city.
They said we should come here to come and collect something. But around 8, I've yet be around 8. But that time, they said some people faint. But we thank God that they have woke up. So nobody died. So that is it. I come around 8 o'clock. Yes. But 8, I met people here. There are plenty here. So
ọmọ méjì mẹ́rin ọmọ méjì mo wá mo ti dààmú ẹ̀mẹ́rin mo ti lọlé tí mo ti padà síbí bàbá àwọn ò sí ní tírafù lọ́wọ́ òkú mi ní délé o gbọ́dọ̀ délé o mọ́sẹ̀ adéyẹyẹ ìwà rárá gan wọ́n mú ọ wá ní ìwà rárá jẹ́jẹ́ mi mọ́ ń fọ́ sọmọ oníwọ́n mọ́ àpẹẹrẹ ó ti pọ̀ jù pé ọmọ ó ti pé tipẹ́ wọ́n ń sunkún ni o ẹni fi ló wọn mọ̀ mọ́.
Stakeholders say this sad occurrence could be linked to the prevailing economic hardship and poverty, which had pushed many residents to the wall in search of daily bread. Police confirmed the arrest of 8 suspects, but would not release their names to the public or what roles they played in the events leading to the disaster. Residents who confided in Arise News want the Oyo State government to get to the root of this matter so that these promising minors who pay the ultimate price will not die in vain. Olutayo Famous Call, Arise News.
So guys, this news broke me. This news broke me. Terrible, terrible news. 35 unalive children. Now, an NGO was responsible for organizing or not properly organizing this event. So I've read a lot of accounts. I've watched a lot of accounts. And all I hear is the person in question, Queen Naomi, ex-wife of the Oni of Ife. Her NGO was responsible for creating this event, which was meant to provide food for up to 5,000 children. And a stampede ensued in this particular event. For me, first and foremost, my condolences to the dearly departed, my condolences to the parents, my condolences to well-wishers. It's a day of national tragedy, and it should not be happening. This is not the first time that this has happened in Nigeria, where somebody will plan to give food to the needy, give food to children, and because of poor planning, these kinds of things continue to occur because of poor planning. So I understand there were no ambulances on site. I understand there were no armed police, man of war, or people that can ensure that security was there. I don't think there were barricades there. I don't think they had lanes, proper information structures. What do I mean by proper information structures? Who was told about this? Was the police informed? Was the ministry Ministry of Environment or the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs or the ministry responsible for things like this, were they informed? When you have more than a certain amount of people, I think more than 100 people, congregating anywhere that is of national interest or state interest, as the case may be in this particular one for Oyo State. Now, a radio station also announced the venue of this particular event. And for those of you that don't know, Nigeria is currently experiencing a lot of poverty. Not that it's news, but currently it's at an all-time high. People are hungry. Some people cannot even remember when they had their last meal. So for them to hear that there is food somewhere, people are going to rush there. People are going to rush there. There were reports of people throwing babies, throwing children, young children over the fence. Even that fence should have been monitored. Where are the evacuation points? But even before we get into that, if people didn't even go, or if people were not unalived from a stampede, what if a fire ensued there? How many doctors were on site? How many ambulances were on site? What was the plan? What was the business plan? What was the evacuation plan? When you have this kind of large amount of people, for them to even enter the premises in the first place, they have to queue in an orderly fashion. And you tell them, everybody will eat, everybody will get a portion of food, but only if you queue to enter the venue. Not a situation where they opened the gate and everybody just rushed inside. I mean, what is this? And these things keep on happening. These things keep on happening. And like I said, I watched news. People just kept on focusing on Queen Naomi. Oh, she had best intentions. Oh, she didn't mean to. Yes, of course she didn't mean to. Who would wake up one morning and mean to unalive 35 children and injure hundreds of others? But was the right planning in place? That's my question. Was the right planning in place? I don't think so. I don't think so. And all the people that are responsible for this should be brought to book according to the law. People have to follow the proper procedures when planning events of this magnitude. And congregating 5,000 people in any space in a country like Nigeria or any country for that matter, you have to follow the right procedures. Have ambulances on site. Let the security officials be aware. Even for crowd control, I mean, the number of people that are going to be congregating there will be traffic issues. So somebody has to tell, okay, cars, we're having an event here, past this other area. So all hands on deck when you're planning things like this. Now, what happens to those children's parents now? What happens to them? In a country where prominence is given to prominence. What I mean by that is, if you're not prominent in a country like Nigeria and things like this happen, what happens to you? What happens to your fate? Who's going to fight for you? So there's no son of a judge or son of somebody that is really influential or daughter that was impacted in this. So what happens? Does it go down like countless others over the years, or will something be done about this? I hope something is done about this, because that's the only way we can learn. It's a sad day, and like I said, I hope the perpetrators are brought to book. May God comfort the families of the dearly departed, very young children. It is harrowing and painful. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.